rockin' with that roll. He ain't never been a bitch, he ain't never been a hoe. Don't know how to be a broad, don't know how to be a mark. I cut the bubbles on cause it just turned dark. Mashing on.
Shalom, shalom, HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE to teach you well. Peace and salutations be to all for the elect. And Brother Tazom Gabar coming at you from the prophets of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. And this lesson today is going to be going into this young woman who got this butt surgery and her blew a hole in her ass pretty much. I don't know if they deflated or they just caught fire or exploded, whatever it may be, but they were getting this fake petroleum, getting this petroleum jelly in the ass to make the ass look bigger so they can be bigger harlots. You know, they want to attract men of class or men of money, whatever it may be. Higher class men they want to attract, but they're altering their body, their natural body, to do these things, and it's destroying them. Now this woman, not even the lower class men ain't gonna want these women with an ass like that, man. Okay, you got something called BBLs, BBL surgery, which is let's look it up. It says buttocks augmentation. Gluteoplasty denotes the plastic surgery and the liposuction procedures for the correction of the congenital, traumatic, and acquired defects and deformities of the buttocks and the anatomy of the gluteal region, and for the aesthetic enhancement of the contour of the buttocks. But these women are getting it for a BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. It's these women are getting it for cosmetic purposes, man, just so they can look good. It says it's a procedure that augments the look of your buttocks in addition to removing fat from other parts of your body, liposuction. However, a Brazilian butt lift isn't a traditional lift procedure like a facelift or a breast lift, despite its name. How much does a BBL cost? A Brazilian butt lift is a surgery that can deliver a fuller and rounder backside, but it also has a high rate of complications. The average surgeon's fee for a BBL is about $4,000 to $5,000, but the final cost can easily be double that amount, based on your geographic location and many other factors. You had a woman that went down there to Brazil, I believe it was, or Miami, I think it was, to get a BBL. I think it was Brazil, and the doctor stole her fucking kidney, man. You know, took her kidney out. She went back home with one kidney. All right, it says is BBL still risky? It says the mortality rate from BBL is estimated to be as high as 1 in 3,000. This is greater than for any other form of cosmetic surgery. Lynn says any patient considering a BBL should be informed of the risk of death from this procedure. The leading cause of death from a BBL is a fat embolism. All right, and you've seen old girl. We did a lesson on her recently. She passed away from a BBL procedure. Let me see. It was DC Young Fly's wife, Jackie O. All right, she passed away getting plastic surgery procedure done on her, man. It says in here, fat embolism. Let's look up fat embolism, because this is how people are dying from the BBLs. It says a disruption to blood supply caused by fat globules in a blood vessel. A fat embolism occurs when fat globules are released into the bloodstream. It's most commonly associated with a trauma such as a bone fracture. says, it says, symptoms, if present, typically occur 24 to 72 hours after the trauma. They include shortness of breath, confusion, and a rash. So fat embolism. The fat embolism is when you get pretty much fat modules into the bloodstream, and what it does is it's clogging your blood. FES, which is fat embolism, is a serious condition. Roughly 10 to 20% of people with the syndrome will not recover. However, when treatment is prompt and careful, most people with FES will fully recover with no lasting side effects. So they're getting stuff like this just from getting a BBL. They risk these things. And these women do, they're young and stupid. They don't even question what could be the risk factors before they're going into these places to get these procedures done. So it's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her in his heart, hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And this is why these women are dressing like this, man. Back then, you had the woman covered up. It was hard to... It was a little harder to gaze upon a woman and think, oh, damn, I want to get in bed with her. You know, because they were covered up. Their curves and the things that will seduce you were all covered up. You know, but these women nowadays, living in Babylon, there is no laws or anything telling them to cover themselves up. In fact, it encourages them to dress as naked as they fucking want to. So these women walking around with a damn strap on their breasts and a strap on their ass and private part, man. You know, these women walk around like this and expect not to get looked at. They want to give men a stink look when they're looking at them a certain way, or they want to go on a campaign and talk about how men be looking at women, or men shouldn't look at women, or they can't even go nowhere because how they keep getting looks. Well, bitch, try changing the way you dress, and this won't be a problem. But this is just the way women want to be seen. So that's why you got them going to go get Brazilian butt lifts and liposuction and lip surgery, breast implants. They're doing all these things because they want to be seen no matter what they wear. They want you to lust for them through all their clothing. Scriptures say, Exodus 20:14, thou shalt not commit adultery. And these women that be having husbands be going to go get these shits. What are they getting this for? It's definitely not for the husband, because you already have the husband. You already have your husband, you know. So what you're doing is you're trying to get ready. You're preparing yourself for the next man. You're putting yourself out there as bait for the next man, you know. in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, it says, 1 Corinthians 7 verse 1, now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. All right, because you touch a woman, you're going to have a lot of problems that come with this damn woman, man. You know? A lot of problems is going to come with the woman, okay? You got to retrain their minds, especially in this time period. You got to retrain their minds on how to be a woman, how to carry themselves, and most women gonna have problems with it. Most women's gonna buck up and, nah, I'll do what I want to do, nigga. You know, but if you're really trying to be with this woman, you gotta retrain her mind, put her onto your programming, pretty much. You gotta get her to be able to listen to you and submit to you and all that shit, man. It's a whole lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble in the flesh, a whole lot of work and fighting that you gotta do with this woman. Says, this is another scripture I wanted to grab. Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 verse 24. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and shew not thyself cheerful toward them. All right, so whether you got a daughter or whether it be a wife, you got to have a care for their bodies, because their bodies is what attract men. A woman may have a beautiful figure or a good shape, you know. You see, in these days, these women boast in their figures and their shapes, man. So with their figure, they're putting themselves up, taking pictures of themselves and putting it up all over the internet for other men to see, you know. And this isn't because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel good that men are looking at them, you know. That's why they do all the things they do. They in the gym and they wearing barely anything at all. It's to get attention and attraction from other men, you know. And they may not want to admit it, but that's really how they are deep down. You can't believe a woman for the things she say. You just got to know a woman by reading your scriptures. You'll know her. It says, verse 26, hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. And you see these light women, they barely got any fucking clothes on. They all decked out with jewelry and piercings, tattoos and shit. And don't give yourself over to a light woman, man. You know, she's making herself be known to the entire world. She putting all these damn markers on her and all these drawings and jewels and all these things such as these on her to stand out for not one man, but multiple, you know. Not just for their future man, but for the future man after that man, you know. Why I'm saying is, she's not yours. It's just your turn, because eventually they gonna move on to the next Joe Schmo, you know. There's a video. Let me see if I can find it. But the guy was saying, it was the movie called The Notebook, and he was staring at the woman, and she said, why you look at me like that? And he was like, for memories, you know, because you already know that it ain't gonna last forever, man. You know, these women are hot and are constantly in heat. Okay. They're constantly in heat, man. So they're going to be running after every, just like a dog in heat, be barking up every neighbor's fence. It's the same thing with these women. They're barking up every man's door, man. You know, trying to come in and be gone into. You know what happens when you go into the woman? You find out it was a trap. The woman's more hell than what she's worth. But I truly hope this quick lesson was edifying to your argument. I worth listening to the sincerity. Until next semester, I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.